I was thinking the other day, I was like, if someone asked me the question, what's the best place to start? How would I answer that? Is it even possible to answer that? And then I thought, well, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be possible to answer that question? And then I started thinking about how many different ways there are to interpret the question. What's the best place to start? Because it could mean different things. It could mean, where should I start geographically if I wanted to go somewhere? It could mean, where should I start if I was going to move somewhere? Or it could mean, where should I start if I wanted to begin something new in my life? Like a new career, or a new relationship, or a new hobby. So I started thinking about those three different scenarios, and which place would be the best place to start in each one of those scenarios. And so, let's pretend that we're talking about moving somewhere, because I think we can all agree that the best place to start in terms of a geographical location is going to be different than the best place to start. If we're talking about beginning a new hobby or beginning a new relationship. So, let's start with the idea of where would be the best place to start if we were moving somewhere. For me, the answer to that question has changed over time. If you had asked me when I was younger, I would have said New York City or Los Angeles, because those were the places that seemed to have the most excitement, the most things going on, the most opportunities. And if you had asked me just a few years ago, I probably still would have said the same thing, because I still had that perspective at that point. But now that I've spent some time living in both of those cities, I can tell you that there are definitely other places to start. So now, when I'm thinking about where would be the best place to start if I was moving somewhere, my answer to that question is going to be somewhere that's affordable, somewhere that's safe, and somewhere that's just a short distance away from another city that's bigger, because I think that that's really important for people who are moving somewhere to have the option of being able to visit a bigger city every once in a while. So that's my answer to that particular question. But what about if we were talking about starting a new hobby, or starting a new relationship, or starting something new in your life? How do you decide where to start? The answer to that, I think, is going to be different for everyone. For me, I always say, alcohol is amazing. Just kidding. Not just kidding. Alcohol is amazing. So for me, the best place to start is wherever you are. Because why would you wait to start living your life to the fullest, right? You might as well start now. So that's what I would say to someone if they were asking me, when's the best time to start? I would say now. Don't wait until you're in the perfect place, or you have the perfect amount of money, or you have the perfect support system in place. You might as well start now, because you can always adjust along the way. And I know this isn't the answer that people want to hear, because I get this question all the time. And I know what they're really asking is, what's the perfect place? What's the perfect situation? And I wish I could tell you that there was one, but there's not. There's no perfect place. There's no perfect time to start. There's only now, and there's later. And later is going to come, whether you're ready or not. So, you might as well start now, and start where you are, because you can always change your mind later. If you decide that you don't like where you're living, you can move. If you don't like the person that you're dating, you can break up with them. If you decide that you don't like the career path that you're on, you can change careers. You can always change your mind later. That's the thing about life, is that it's very rarely a straight line. It's very rarely a case of, this is the perfect time, and this is the perfect place. Most of the time, it's a case of making the best out of the situation that you're currently in, because you can always change your mind later.